You're on.
Okay. My next poem is called Dimples of Haiti. Dimples of Haiti. Haiti is far away from where I come from. It's far away from Zimbabwe, but at the end of the day, I have some feelings about Haiti, or for Haiti, or on Haiti, or to Haiti. Haiti, stink of my sweat, smelling millet slavery and the scent of blood revolutions. Slapped in the face with sanctions made by hands under the influence of imperialistic alcohol. A super concoction of propaganda maize porridge and media yeast. Waterfalls of anger washing away your freedom dimples. Handy maidens and mental epileptic waiters serving political syphilis in ideological cafes. Children smelling stale ideological urine and dead diplomatic cocaine. Identities condomized with donor culture and sexual myopia. Haiti. Baboons eating colors of your flag, munching apples of your freedom. Tongues kissing bottom streams of the state under the veil of democracy's gospel. Haiti. My pen is a weapon of mass instruction. I see the spreading of yellow yolk of the sun, gently falling over the darkness of your skin, yawning off the old skin of dust, regaining the lost richness of your dimples, regaining the lost richness of your dimples, regaining the lost richness of your dimples. Haiti. My pen is a weapon of mass instruction. I see the spreading of the yellow yolk of the sun, gently falling over the darkness of your skin, yawning off the old skin of the dust, regaining the lost dimples of your richness. Haiti. Thank you. My next poem is called Detectors Dukes. Detectors bandanas, dukes in in my country, in Africa, especially in my country. In Shona, we say the mai vakapfeka dukuravo, which means mother is wearing a bandana or a duku. Dukes represent a certain identity. The bandanas have a certain identity. They identify us with something, whether our marriages, our cultures, our languages, or our religions, or political affiliation. It depends. Nowadays, there's a lot of diversity of affiliations. Right, so Detectors Dukes. Grandma's sweat bathes the state house stomachs. Poverty-shaped fathers are the glitter that replaced the floodlights and stolen lampposts. Brother is the anointed fisherman catching political breams for presidential roast. Ideological tutored memes sing praise anthems patronized, singing praise to the republic's red carpet they never stepped on. Protocol relegates them to the rugged edges of the republic. Mother's tears rinse dishes after daily detectors banquets. August is a museum of spent cartridge that shed death on sister's womb. She birthed death. Sister and a bullet-shredded fetus are now snoring sorrow under the rubble of election cemetery. January swallowed its conscience and marched grenade for dinner. November drills both waterfalls of blood and threads of hesitant laughters, nights of long knives. November drizzle bathed another tyrant. November, you're a detector. Autocrats' robes immersed in blood gems of Katanga. The African moon archived that in red capital letters. Hermits and slogan singers donning detectors emblazoned dukes. Jabbing corrupt four wind with pseudo-revolutionary jibes, dancing for the gormandizing, glutton, gobbling, globe-trotting gold cartels trendsetter. Kitchen cabinet frying small fish in autocratic pans, then enjoy the delicacy during dictator's consent under the guise of shadows or crocodile games. Grain mass nose under the hill of villages pegged like sardine until next ballot quadratics. March, the footprints of dictators are scribbled all over the republic's red carpet. April, autocrat's fingerprints are the signature of diamond cartels. May, the tyrant thumbprint decorates the rugged banknote. June, lyrics on your duke are his campaign slogan. Still, grandma sweat bathes set our stomachs. Mother's tears rinses dishes after daily dictators' banquets. I thank you. Thank you. This will be my last poem. Black Oranges, that's the title. Xenophobia, my son. I hear a murmur in the streets, a bubble of adjoining markets. Your conscience itching with guiltness like genital leprous. Your wide eyes are cups where tears never fall. When they fall, the storm washed down bullet drains and garbage cities. Come Nomuzano with your whisper to drown blood scent stinking the rainbow altar. Darfur petals of blood spreading perfume of death choking slum nostrils. Slums laden with a creed of smell of mud and debris smelling like fresh dung heaps. Fears crawling like lizards on Darfur skin. Kiberia, I see you scratching your mind like ragged linen, smelling the breath of slums and diesel fumes. The smoke puffing out through ghetto ruins as the fire dousing the emblem of the state. The smoke puffing out the ghetto ruins is the fire dousing the emblem of the state. Bell of Zambezi ache with crocodile and fish. Villages piled like heaps of potatoes against the flank of eastern hills. Farmlands dripping gold and dripping dew. Sunshine choking with vulgar mornings. Dawns yawning with vendetta-filled redemption songs. Drums of freedom sounding fainter and fainter. Blowing away in the wind when streets rubbed their sleep out of their eyes. Villages scratch painful living from the infertile patches of sand on this earth whose lungs heave with copper and veins bleeding gold. Ghetto patok sit over poverty kalingalinga. Corruption eating breakfast with ministers. Kablonga with shrill cries of children breaking against city walls. Shire River, tonight your voice rustled dry like the scratching of old silk. Politicians grow everywhere like weeds. Land of Ngwazi, yesterday crocodiles breakfasted on flesh, owls, and birds sang with designated protocol. Ngwazi, your cough drowned laughters and prayers, your breath silenced the rivers and jungles. Abuja, guns eat you more than disease. I love you before you absorbed poverty as a sponge, soaking out water before it chewed your roof. Before you conceived men with borrowed names and totems. Ghost of Abacha guzzling drums of blood and gallons of oil. We were chasing shadows of Babangida past the delta of treasures. Buganda cruelty is a weapon of a dictator. Poor lives buried under rubbles of autocracy. Pregnant mothers with eyes gouged out by bullets pushing their guts back into their bellies. Luanda, a row of old trucks, a whine of motorcycles, a rubble of dead engines. America frying its fingers in oil pans of your kitchen. Where Europe fry, America roast. Angola, if you cough, America catch a fever. Angola, quench my parched lungs with a spoon of oil. I see the naked isles of your desert hills, Varothaland of Satswana, Botswana, a servant positioned with trust. American green bloomed your desert shrams. Your loyalty sold to she who offers the next meal. Varothaland of Seretse. Somalia, your lips bent brown with exposure of rough diet. Your muffled voice cased and drowned into deep silence. the smell of aged incense and stale of coffee, a tune piped by the shepherd on mountainside, only to be half heard by quickly forgotten villagers. Ghana, the antelope of black seed, coast blessed with gold, once a young girl full of serpent strength, once perfumed with richness and sacredness. You shed your salt and sweat for freedom. Today you're like a woman who sleeps with a pillow between her legs, anticipating a miracle of a man. Coast of ivory. I see faces tight as skin of drum in moonlight. Ivory Coast. Once the smoke and smell of human excitement. Tonight, bullet burrow into your belly like rats into sacks of thigh rice. I thank you.